Danielle with Trinity Readings. We are going to do the Libra Weekly Tarotscope. Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm sorry, my sage bundle is no longer a bundle anymore. Sorry. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus placements, because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. All right, let's see. What is the strongest message that is wanting to come through for you this week? We're in some pretty intense energy this week with the new moon and a solar eclipse. We are in the last week of Mercury retrograde. Yay. So expect to have a lot of, like realizations. Yes. Okay, I'm sorry. So with this energy, expect to have a lot of, new realizations, a lot of different insights, especially on situations that maybe you have felt very stuck in. And anything that you have felt stuck in general, any type of energy that you've been stuck in general, expect for those situations to really experience the most attention over the next week. And those are the situations that are ultimately going to be changing for you throughout the rest of the month. So just keep that in mind. It's really positive energy. It's really powerful energy. Sorry, I can talk. For manifesting, for setting new intentions. It's just going to feel a little bit tense initially because it's pushing a lot of stuff away too, especially with this Mercury retrograde energy. All right, so what is the strongest message that is wanting to come through for you this week? You have the ring card. So the ring represents commitment. It represents marriage. It represents a very committed relationship. It could be that's the space that you're headed to in a connection that you have this week. Give me one more. The message in this. The card is actually a number 7, which is about spirituality. It could be about a very higher level spiritual type of connection. It could also be a message to really commit yourself to your own goals, your own spirituality, your own path forward. Give me one more. This is very practical energy. This is about things in your physical world, being committed to things that are long term. I definitely feel overall you're looking towards more stability, especially within your relationships. With the bear card, it could mean that you... Give me one more. I'm sorry. I don't want to keep talking. What's the message in this? It's overall about higher level commitment. It's about long-term commitment. It's about being committed to something that is valuable to you. I feel like the message is almost if you're in a connection with another person, I do feel this connection is moving towards a higher level this week. I do feel that there maybe has been a lot of distance between you two. There hasn't even been a lot of emotional connection between you two, but I do feel that you and this person are stepping into a more committed phase in the connection and moving to a higher level this week. But if you're not in a relationship, I feel like the spiritual message in this is to really take a minute and ask yourself, like, what is valuable to you? Because I kind of feel like maybe some of the things that you have set as goals for yourself, or things that you have, placed in line for yourself that you feel like are important to have in your life, I feel like maybe those needs and desires have changed a little bit. Because I do feel that you're feeling a little bit isolated, or you're feeling like you're lacking. You have the stability, but you're lacking that emotional fulfillment. And so it's asking yourself, like, to re-examine what your own needs are, what is valuable to you, what is important to you, and focus on putting more energy and effort into that. And that's what's going to kind of elevate you to that space that you want to be in. It's also a message to really, if you have a goal in mind or a desire, it's about really taking some time and putting that focus into it and asking yourself, like, what practical steps you can take to get to that next level. Every little step is still a step in the right direction. So let's get more and see what comes up for you. All right, what is your energy coming into the week? You have the Five of Swords. Ugh. It's kind of like being in that space where you're really not sure who you can trust. You're kind of feeling like maybe other people are against you, or you're feeling like you keep trying to get on this path of peace, of moving forward, but it's like you keep getting hit with things from the past. You could have recently gotten into some kind of argument, disagreement with another person. Give me one more. Yeah, the Temperance card. You could have recently reconnected with somebody from your past. And it's like everything seemed to be very smooth initially, but it's almost like you're at this point where you're questioning if you and this person are even on the same page anymore, or you're questioning their motives, you're questioning their intentions. I feel like overall you're wanting to be in the space of, going with the flow, trusting in divine timing. But it's almost like you're finding that you keep getting hit with difficulties that make you question yourself, question whether or not you're on the right path. Let's keep going. This could also be a message that somebody that you've recently had some kind of disagreement with, some kind of falling out with, that this person might be wanting to reconcile. You could be connected with somebody and you feel like this person is just enjoying life, just, you know, going with the flow, doing as they please, while you feel like you're taking kind of the brunt of all the difficulties in the connection. Yeah, I feel like something has come in that has caused you maybe like to want to hold back or to want to shut down. If it's a relationship with another person, it's like you feel like this person is not acknowledging your emotional needs. Let me keep going. Okay, so your overall energy is the Empress card. This is about manifesting. This is the divine feminine energy. It's unconditional love. It's a very deep healing energy. Underneath that, you have the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like overall it's a message that you're to find your balance of giving and receiving in unconditional love. You have no issue giving unconditional love. But when it comes to receiving, I feel like that might be a blockage or a barrier that you're dealing with. I feel like for some of you, it might be that you have had this restart in a connection that you've had. You've had somebody from your past maybe come back, or you've entered into a new connection and it's at a good stable place. Like there's a solid foundation in this connection. But I feel like you feel that your emotional needs are not being acknowledged. This person seems to be kind of go with the flow, and you're in this space of, you know, feeling very defensive, or you're not sure if you can trust this person, and I feel like it's making you want to shut down, or you feel blocked off from getting that emotional connection with this person. There's a lot of fears that are kind of coming to the surface, either for you or this person that you're dealing with. I find it interesting. Your hopes are the Three of Cups. Your hopes are to have that soul connection, to be able to enjoy the connections that you have, be able to kind of celebrate a little bit. But the Three of Cups is kind of lacking in that depth, right? The Three of Cups is more of a friendship card or an initial coming together in a connection. It's not that higher 10 of cups, 6 of cups energy. So it's like you're hopeful to have, you know, this soul connection, but you're not even looking towards the higher aspect of, and maybe this is all you want. Maybe you just want friendships. Maybe you just want, you know, more easier types of relationship. But if you feel that you're ultimately seeking that higher level commitment, your hopes, you're only letting yourself get hopeful to a certain point. Does that make sense? And I kind of feel to some extent it's because you've been in this situation either with this person or with another person in the past where it was this beautiful energy, this beautiful connection, but it didn't quite get to that level that you wanted it to be on. Your fears are the Emperor card, and I kind of feel like it's almost that you fear being in a situation where somebody might have control over you, or your fear is being restricted to some sense. And it's almost like what you're seeing if you have a connection to another person right now. It's almost like what you're seeing in this person right now is they seem to have, you might be connected to a Sagittarius. I'm just putting that out there. I see Sagittarius energy. I see Taurus energy too. But you might be looking at this person and they seem to have this very carefree attitude. They seem to just not really be too affected. They seem to have this level of freedom, right? And you're looking at that and it's almost like you're becoming resentful of that, because I feel like you do feel and you are putting in all of this effort. And you're not seeing it come back to you, but you're manifesting this type of energy and you're manifesting this person because I think deep down you want to feel that level of freedom. You don't want to be in a place where you feel restricted and you feel controlled. And the way to shift that energy is I do feel that you're giving. It's where you're giving your energy. It's where you're giving your attention to. You're giving maybe a lot more energy into this connection where it's taking away from your own freedom, from your own personal space. And it also keeps you from receiving that unconditional love that you want. And even that aspect, like when you see somebody that seems to be closed off. They seem to be not really generous when it comes to giving emotions, giving unconditional love. And you look at that person and you see that person as being very blocked off, very closed off to love, right? And that's their ego's way of protecting their heart. But in the same sense, the opposite of that is somebody who goes out of their way to give everything they possibly can to another person, and that, you know, you perceive that as being giving unconditional love, but in essence that's a defense mechanism also, because you're giving that much because you feel like subconsciously you feel like you have to prove yourself. You feel like you have to give that much in order to get anything in return, and so this connection just is not in balance. And so there's a need with the Judgment card to really look at the ins and the outs of this connection, the energy that you're giving into this connection, the energy you're getting back into this connection. The Page of Pentacles being the outcome. If this is somebody that, because for some of you, I do feel that this is representative of somebody from your past coming back around, or a desire to kind of restart the connection. And so if this is somebody from your past that hasn't made their way into your present yet, I do feel that they're coming in this week. And and maybe offering some sort of apology, offering a desire to reconnect. With the Page of Pentacles, it's an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to grow. So they're either coming at you with something different, or you're being asked to look at this from a different perspective, because your guidance is the Six of Wands. Your guidance is to really have that confidence in yourself. And at the same time, if you kind of have placed this person on a pedestal, if you see all this, you need to put yourself on the same pedestal. You need to see yourself in the same light that you're seeing other people. Yeah, so let me... Okay, tell me a little bit more. What is the energy that you're dealing with this week overall? Queen of Wands. It's like you have all of this power, you have all of this confidence. But with the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Wands, it's almost like you're limiting yourself in that power by continuing to fight this battle. I kind of feel like you feel as if, and you perceive yourself as being open to receiving love, but I feel like you're a lot more guarded in that sense than you realize. It's also about where you're giving your energy to, where you're giving your power to, because the Queen of Wands has all this passion, this divine feminine energy to really create what she wants. But the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Wands, that's like you're limiting that. You're seeing yourself as being stuck, or you're putting your focus on a situation that is not moving. Like you're putting your focus into a situation that there's really nothing you can do very much about externally. It's all about what you can do internally. One more. And this could be also a connection that you're dealing with that seems to be stuck, that you're wanting to move this connection forward, but that it's like very stuck. And with the Seven of Swords, there's a lot that's not being addressed. There's a lot that's being avoided. There's a lot of mistrust in this. Tell me more about the energy of the connection. The Ten of Swords. Ooh, there's a lot of pain. Four of Cups. There's a lot of pain because this seems to be somebody that you care for a great deal. You hold space for this person. This might be a connection that has already ended. There's a lot of pain because you feel like this person either didn't accept you, didn't accept the love, or you feel like within this connection you didn't get that Ace of Cups that you were looking for, that emotional fulfillment. And I feel like for some of you, I do feel that this is something that has ended, but you still hold space for this person. And I feel like you're trying to maybe even move on, but you still hold a lot with this person. But what you're looking at in this connection is you're looking at the stuck energy, and that's kind of keeping you from being able to like fully stand in your power. What do you need to know about this connection this week? The Tower. Ooh, King of Wands. The Chariot card. Something's definitely getting blown up with this connection. Tell me what the Tower is. It could be that you just suddenly feel very emotional about this connection right now. It's like you have been kind of sitting on a lot of things with this connection, and everything is just coming to the surface. It's like this huge emotional release in this. But in that, it's like you're taking your power back. It's like feeling so much bottled up emotions about this connection, or all of this pain that you've been feeling has been so bottled up that it has like created this power struggle. It's like sucking your power dry. And I feel like that's kind of all coming to the surface, and it's like, it's almost like it takes the power struggle out of the connection, and it puts you on this path forward. It could be that either you or this person has this sudden outburst of emotions where a lot of like buried feelings have been expressed. It's like somebody has been holding on to something or holding something back. And the release of that is like breaking this power struggle. And there's been this power struggle where both of you feel like you're holding on to something or blocking something, but that's kept this connection from moving to where it needs to be. I also feel too that you're just gaining a lot of new insight into yourself and insight into this connection just in general this week, and it's just bringing things into balance where you feel more confident about your path forward. But I do feel that this person is either offering something to you, or it's like an opportunity to learn. It's like an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to see this in a different perspective. And you have the World card. So this is like completing a cycle. This is like elevating to the next level. You have the Page of Cups, which is this new opportunity in love, this new opportunity to feel new emotions, new, more positive, more optimistic feelings. So let's get some final oracle card messages. Yeah, this is definitely a very emotional week for you. And I'm sorry, this is like a lot of emotions coming up, a lot of emotions that haven't been expressed. A lot of emotions are changing for you right now. Let these emotions come to the surface. Let yourself feel these emotions. Okay. This is about tapping into your intuition. This is about moving forward in a more spiritual aspect. This is, and this is also a message. In order to fully tap into your intuition, you need to be tapped into your emotions. And that's why all of these emotions are coming to the surface right now. So there might be something that is said or communicated to you, or something just really difficult comes in that happens this week. And it might just seem like something that just is a pain in the ass. It might seem like somebody's just stirring up trouble, but this is the energy of creative chaos. So it's something that comes in that appears to be bad, but it's shaking things up in order for you to have this new beginning that you want. This is about having those soul connections to people, and to really learn to see the blessings and the benefit in everybody that comes into your existence. So you're stepping more towards having those soul connections, having those higher level connections. It's just about kind of clearing away the blockages right now. So overall, if you're feeling a lot of emotions, just do what you can to feel those emotions, to release those emotions, cry, let it out, whatever it is. And then once you're in that space, really try to tap into your intuition, and what kind of messages and guidance are you getting there moving forward. Because I think you're definitely getting these blockages cleared away, where you're connecting to a different energy moving forward, more uplifting. Even if it is the same person, there's a shift in the energy in this connection where you're both more open to seeing each other's perspectives and understanding each other's needs. All right. I love you guys. Have a good week. Bye-bye.